another dope episode. You know how we do. When I started this podcast, I wanted to talk to all the young, up and coming, hot rappers, the ones I might know, the ones I might not know. This particular episode, this artist was brought in by Kiana, recommended. She said this was going to be her first recommended guest.
Of course.
And so I've been sitting here with the music for a few days now. I see why you certified and stamped them because brother is dope.
Come on, sir.
First time to the program, Bess Conversations Podcast. I'd like to introduce y'all to GQ. What's up, my brother?
What's good with you, bro?
I'm
good.
good.
Yeah, man. I'm happy to be here.
Yes,
I'm
sir,
excited,
man.
I'm excited.
Thank you, man. Tell us about your journey in music, man.
Man, my journey, man, just I always had a passion for music. You feel me? Just started back to just singing in the car. I remember like "Let Me Love You," "Let Me Love You" by by Mario. Man, I remember that song. Like that's like the first song I always memorized. And seeing like the lifestyle that these rappers had, like that's really when I made me want to get into rapping. And so it's been there since a young age, man. And then I was rapping, doing my thing. I think I want to say my freshman year in high school, we had the family reunion. You know what I'm saying? Everybody like going to college. I'm like, nah, I want to be a rapper. This is what I want to do. My cousin put me on the spot, like, let me hear something. I let him hear something. He was like, that shit trash. In front of everybody. Like, I didn't even sugarcoat shit. Like, that's the words that came out of his mouth. That shit was trash. Yes. And so, like, I was pissed the whole time. But he brought me to the side and he was like, man, like, if you really gonna do this rapping shit, like, you gotta be the best. You gotta do your research. You gotta be the best. Like, you need to go listen to Outkast, Jay-Z in particular, because, like, he's like the godfather, you know what I'm saying, with the blueprint and everything. Like, just people that I consider greats, you need to go listen to them, study them, like, learn how the whole game works, like, the ins and outs. And that's really been the whole journey, just learning everything. You know?
What's the first album that you bought that you studied front to back?
Shit, the first album I bought, I didn't study. The first album I ever bought was Dreams and Nightmares by Meek Mill, but I didn't study that though. I just listened to it because I loved like the intro. Yeah. And then the shit he had, I can't remember the shit he had with Meek Mill, the song on there. I mean, the shit he had with Rick Ross. But the first album I really studied was The Warm Up by J. Cole. Yeah. The Warm Up, because he was going on around that time it was the whole he had his Dollar and Dream tour. So I studied The Warm Up, I studied The Come Up, Friday Night Lights. Those were the first three that I really studied. And like, it was beautiful.
Would you say that he inspires you, J. Cole?
Yeah, I would say J. Cole, Drake, Wale. They inspired me. Bow Wow, like I said earlier. Bow Wow.
Okay, you rarely hear that.
Bow Wow is my top 5, like I said, like, because I know a lot of kids, talking to a lot of people my age, like, Lil Wayne inspired them. But for me, Lil Wayne wasn't realistic. Like, I was like, damn, if I want to be like Lil Wayne, I gotta wait till I'm a grown up. You feel me? Like, I didn't fuck with the dreads, the tattoos. That was never me. But I fuck with Lil Wayne music. But like, Bow Wow had it, and he was only like, what, 16, 15, 14, 15, 16. Even before that, like, he had the money, the fame, the shoes, like everything. And by the time he was like 20, you feel me? He was like a legend. Not a legend, I ain't gonna say a legend, but
he is a legend.
He's a legend,
like hands down a legend.
He's a legend. He's getting legend money, you feel me? Like he did the acting and everything, and like this dude was what, 18 years old, and I'm like, bro, I'm 6. When I'm getting 18, I'm trying to be like Bow Wow. You feel me?
Right. And it was kids that age looking up to Bow Wow. He sold 3 million albums on his first album. So it's somebody that was looking up to Bow Wow buying these albums. It was these kids that was looking up to Bow Wow saying, I want to be like Bow Wow, I want to be like such and such. So yeah, I can honestly see why you say that. 100%. Like, everybody's inspiration is not the same. Like, everybody don't want to be Lil Wayne, everybody don't want to be Jay-Z. Like,
yeah, it was like, because at this point in my life, I understand what they did for the game, but like, man, like, they did not make me want to be a rapper. Bow Wow made me want to be a rapper. Like, I always loved music. I wanted to do music, but Bow Wow was really like, damn, bro, I really want to do this rapping for real. You feel me?
Word. Now tell the people where you from. And first off, the name GQ, where does that come from, and why do you spell it the way you do?
Man, okay, well, I'm from Fayetteville, North Carolina. You know
2-6. It seems like every artist we interview is from the 2-6. They gonna think we biased or something. You know?
A lot of talent comes from 2-6.
But more specifically, you know what I'm saying, Grace Creek, it's a little subdivision of the 2-6. Like, it's probably like 10,000 people. It's the countryside, man. Like, it's so chill. That's where I'm from, man. The name GQ came from, man, at first I was going by Jacquel, which is my middle name. But everybody's like, what's your name? Jacquel. I was like Jacquees. And it was like every time. And then I didn't really want it to be, I wanted my name to be a part of me, but not literally a part of me. Like, that was my literal middle name. Like, that's on my birth certificate. So I was like, all right, like GQ is smooth. Cause it's like a lot of people call me Quan, but a lot of people call me Q. So it's like, okay, like GQ, like you smooth like GQ, but not just GQ, like just the cover. You know what I'm saying? Like the cover of the magazine is G, the letter G, the letter Q, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna switch that up, be different. And so, talking to my advisor one day, she really helped me put it in perspective, and it's like, this is your time. So like, this is your Q. GQ, you feel me? That's how it came to be.
Oh, that's dope. Really dope.
It is.
Appreciate it.
So when you first look on his Instagram, the first thing I noticed personally is your GQ Fridays.
Yeah.
Now what started that?
Oh man, just talking to my brother.
Really?
Yeah, because I had the opportunity to study abroad last semester. So January, February, March, and it's like, okay, I'm barely gonna be able to record music over here and do things with my music, and I'm really serious about it, but I was treating it as a hobby. Now how do I get out of that and really let people know, like, okay, I'm a rapper and I really can rap? And so that's really what started it, like, because of course I can like drop songs,
right,
and people can listen to those songs, but it's like people really need to like see me rapping, and that really changed because like people see me on campus and they're like, oh, bro, keep your GQ Fridays up, like. You really be rapping, I fuck with it.
So you feel like it really helped your career?
It really helped. Like, it's smooth. I love it.
What's the vibe? If you don't know, he attended North Carolina
A&T State University.
That's right. Aggie Pride. Senior.
I graduated in May 2020.
Congrats. What's life like on the campus? Like, do you feel like most people know you're a rapper, or just like, do people look at it like you're just doing it for a hobby? Like, what's the vibe like from other students and when you're on campus?
The vibe is definitely, like, at first, it was more like people just know me, and it's like, but the videos, like I said, the GQ Fridays really help because it's like your Instagram presence, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have a life, everyone has a life outside of social media, but you still have your Instagram life, and so when people really saw like, oh, like, he's rapping on Instagram, he really does it, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, if they test me in person, it's like, of course I'm gonna rap, like, and say some shit, you feel me? But that really helped, and so now it's like, when they see me, it's like, it gives them a way to keep up with me, you feel me? And it's like, they be telling me, I just dropped my mixtape, so it's like, they be like, oh, I fuck with the mixtape, it was hard, you know what I'm saying? Like, they fuck with the GQ Fridays, keep it up. Everyone just wants to, like, see you do good things, you feel me? So that, it's like, on campus, it's definitely smooth, you know what I'm saying? People fuck with it.
Word. And as far as like the whole Greensboro circuit, are you moving around doing open mics and?
Yeah, I do, man. I do open mics around Greensboro. Like, people know my name around Greensboro, but I'm kind of a in there, in and back out type of dude. Like, I'll walk in the building, people will see me come in. I talk to everybody like one-on-one, and I'll dap everybody up, you know what I'm saying, before I slide, and then nobody will notice I'm gone, but everybody know that I left because I dapped them up like that, and still getting my name out there, because with the game now, bro, it's like, bro, it's so hard. Like, I was just telling my moms that the other day, bro, like, everybody's a rapper. Like,
everybody's a rapper.
Everybody. So it's like, I don't even approach people like, hey, like, I'm a rapper, like, because it's like, you know what I'm saying? Because subconsciously, because even when people do it to me, that's how I look at it. It's like, oh, you're a rapper too. Like, you feel me? And it's like, in the back of my mind, it's like, dang, I ain't even trying to hit homie. Because a lot of people sound the same, you know what I'm saying? Because of the fact that everybody does it. And so I just let it happen naturally. Like I get to know somebody just to get to know somebody first and establish that connection. And it's like, oh, well, you in school? What you trying to do after that? Man, I'm doing this music. And then so we got that bond.
Right.
And it's like, oh, well, let me hear something. They hear me, and it's like, oh, you different than all these other cats. Like, and I'm like, yeah, I appreciate it. You feel me?
With even like J. Cole's approach, he was like, I'm going to New York, and this is gonna be my way of pursuing how to get on. When you went to North Carolina A&T, was that your way of saying like, hey, I'm gonna be around more creative people, this is gonna be my way of getting on, or this was a way for you to hire your education, get a better job, and live that life?
Man, for real, this was just because I went to college in 2016, and the baby was rapping, obviously, but nobody knew who the baby was in 2016. And so it was kind of like I wanted to go I was going to follow in Cole's footsteps, like, damn, I got to get to New York so I can, like, you know what I'm saying, so I can blow up. But really, man, my family just pressured me to go to college. Like, that's the only reason I went, but I'm glad that I went because it was if you don't go to college and you jump straight out of high school and go into the workforce, like, soon your life gonna hit you fast. You're gonna have to get an apartment, you feel me? You may fuck around
super
fast. Have a kid, you got bills and shit like that. Cause I see this shit with my brother, you feel me?
You talking about my life. That was 100% my life in the same city. I graduated high school long time ago, 2003. And I was like, I got accepted to college and shit, but I was like, I don't know if that's what I want to do. I just went right to the working force, and it's in that exact order, the way you say it, like, then you're like, damn. Because even if when you jump out there and you got a relative or somebody you're living with, and then eventually, they're gonna start charging you, and they're gonna be saying like, shit, like, damn, you need to get your own spot. And then you want to bring girls over and stuff like that, so you don't want your own space. And then you finally get your own space, and you like, golly, how am I gonna get fly if my whole check is just eating up my rent? Like I gotta pay rent, and then my check is gone. So yeah, if I would have known what I know now, you definitely doing it the smart way. Like, go to college,
and it's like
till you figure out what you're gonna do anyway.
Yeah, as far as like, or even there, just take that. Like, you don't want to put pressure on it, but like that gap year people take, it really help you out because it just give you more time to expand. Like, I just started paying my phone bill, you feel me? Like, if I would have took that out, I would have been paying my phone bill as soon as I got out. My mom wanted me to go to college. She was like, if you don't go, like, you paying me rent a month, you feel me? But it wouldn't have been that much. Like, but I wasn't trying to work at McDonald's, man. Like, I really was trying to figure out this music thing, so I just went anyway. It's been a beautiful experience. Like I said, I had the opportunity to study abroad, so it was amazing.
Did you perform abroad?
Did I perform? Yeah, I performed at one open mic abroad. But it's just like me as a person. Like I said, like I go in the room, everybody notice I'm there. I talk to everybody one-on-one, whatever, let them know I'm finna leave. Like, and everybody like, damn, where he at? And it's like I left, but everybody know I left because I told them, like, you feel me? So it was the same in London, like, and it was even, it was like better for me in London because it's like, oh, he not even from here, he from America. And so they really gravitated towards me, and it's like, oh shit, this dude from
so
America.
You got a lot of fans.
I got a lot of fans in London, yeah. Wow. Like, and they still show love to this day. It's amazing.
That's crazy. So do you feel like your fan base grew in London, or? Yeah,
I feel like it grew in London because it's a love relationship. Like the engineer I recorded with, man, dude's amazing. Like he look at himself as a modern day Prince, and homie really like that. Like he can rap, he can sing, engineer, do all of it. Like and it's like he really like talented. He can do like all of it, like good quality shit. Like and his vocals like that, and like. It's just on some shit like Americans go to England, London to become famous and vice versa, like with our LMA situation, because you're gonna stand out because you're different and people gonna gravitate towards you.
Right. So cool. When you do music, do you write your music first and then you go to the studio? Or is it just like you just go to the studio and just freestyle?
Nah. I actually write my music. Like I write my music, I perform my music before I even record it because, like, you feel me, time is money.
That's
and
true.
you cannot be going into the studio playing with this like, okay, let me say this a different way to see how it's gonna sound on the track. No, I do that once I finish writing it. I go ahead and do all of that at the crib. So it's like if I want to pitch my voice up higher or lower on this part, I already know that I'm gonna do that going into the studio, so I can try to get everything finished and out of the way, so I can move on to the next song. You feel me? Because I don't have money like that to be sitting there like, yeah, well, okay, run it back. Let me do it this way. No, you can do that, all that before. And I record myself like on my phone before I'll play the beat off my laptop, record myself on my phone. If I like how I sound, then it's like, okay, bad, I'm ready to go to the studio.
Right. So where do you see your career in 5 years? Do you want to go solo or do you want to sign?
So I want to sign to an artist. I'm not signing to anyone else.
Okay.
I just want to sign to an artist. If I had to stay solo, I'd stay solo.
What's that dream artist you want to sign to?
Man, it doesn't even matter for real. I'll sign to Cole. I was signing Dreamville. I was signing TDE. I was signing, like, I don't know. I really low key want to sign to MMG. Like, I don't know why. They just like, so Rick Ross always been appealing to me. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like I fuck with, of course I fuck with Wale and Meek Mill. Everybody fuck with Meek Mill. How could you not fuck with Meek Mill? But like Rick Ross as well was one of my inspirations too. Cause like y'all know when I was heavier, like Rick Ross just made it so like sexy to be a big boy.
That's true.
You feel me? Like Rick Ross made it so sexy to be a big boy, and it's like I'm a big boy, and if he got this goddamn confidence and swagger, like I can have the same confidence and swagger, and he's smooth with it and shit like that. We both, you feel me? And we both Aquarius, it's too.
Yeah. Right.
Smooth.
Yeah. So you was a big boy back in the day?
Bro, I was a big boy, man. Like they'll tell you, like, bro, high school. Coming out of high school, I was 315 pounds.
Jeez, man, that's a journey right there.
It was,
315, bro.
315. That shit was all like in my stomach, dog.
For real.
All like I used to get the pregnancy jokes all the time.
How you lose it?
How I lose it? Really just discipline. Like we went to the gym, me and my cousin. As soon as I got to college, like I switched to the all water diet. So like I was drinking nothing but water, no juices, no sodas, anything. I was just drinking straight water and walking around the campus so much. Like the first month I was in school, I lost 15 pounds just from drinking nothing but water and walking around campus.
For how long?
What you mean?
How long was you drinking water?
I mean, that's really much all I drink now. So this was 2016, so it's like going on 3 years. Like, then after Labor Day, you know how we had a Labor Day break. After Labor Day, we came back. That's when I started working out with my cousin. Like, he played football, so we were doing like football type shit. And like just a hella running. Like, we probably be in the gym for like an hour and a half a day. Go play basketball for an hour. Like, I was on that shit. And I lost like, the end of that semester, I was like 270. I was like 270.
Jeez.
And the next semester, I kind of chilled. The summertime, I lost 20 more, so I was like 250. And then ever since then, it's been like, I got down to 230. I'm at 235 right now, but it's been chilling. But like, that shit really changed your life.
Man, that's amazing. That's an amazing story, man.
It
Jeez.
really changed your life. But I'm proud of it. Like, I feel like that's my best accomplishment to this day.
Yeah.
So if you wasn't doing music, what would you be doing?
What would I be doing?
Good question.
Changing people's lives. Like, really inspiring people.
So just being like a spokesperson or something?
Oh, you mean like that? I don't know. I don't have no other hobbies. Like, I like math.
This is it.
This is it. I just want to bring change. You feel me? Like, I like math, but like math don't pay enough. Like,
You could be an accountant?
No. Like, that's like unnecessary math. You feel
They
me?
get paid that.
I probably would do something like supply chain or something like that, but like data analytics. Because like, I really do love numbers. Like you know what I'm saying. High school, I was in a gifted program with math, so like I really do love numbers and shit like that. And like you give me numbers, I love the challenge behind it. You feel me? But on the other side of that, like I don't be feeling like doing all that, putting all that work in. Like I do it though. But middle school, elementary school, nobody would see me with the timetables.
You was always beating them in the time.
Everybody.
So what was you doing? What was your journey as a kid? Like what was you doing? Like before the music? Like what was you into?
Before music, man, I just always knew that I wanted to be famous. Like I wanted to be famous, but I'm not a fiend for it.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Like, because it's so much, I just really want that power to bring change and just do good things and shit like that. Mm-hmm. But man, before music, you know what I'm saying? Obviously I'm 6'2", so obviously I was goddamn hooping. I was like, I'm about to play basketball until like, bro, you get to middle school and you try out. That's too much running, bro.
Right.
It's too much. Like, and I would have made the team, but I was 5'6" and 7. I was 5'7". I was like the third tallest dude in the school, and it's like the coach told me like, yeah, but I was gonna put you on a team, but I quit after the first day. They made us run around we had to run around the football field.
Yeah.
You're supposed to run around it 15 times in like 20 minutes. I ran 1 lap and I walked the rest, and we had to run sprints in the gym. And I was just like, nah, this ain't it, Chief.
Yeah.
This ain't it. So that's when I really started like, let me crack these rhymes on me. You feel me?
So what is that song that you just, everybody gotta listen to?
One of my songs? One of my songs? I would say Get With It of my mixtape.
Okay.
Get With It, because it's more than a song, it's a brand, it's a lifestyle. Like that's really my last name, With It. Like, and just get with the program. You feel me? Like get with me.
Get with the program.
Get with the program, get with me. Like, we really got to do this shit. We change this shit. You know what I'm saying? Just get with it. Like, whatever you wanna, like, commit to yourself. Commit to me, commit to yourself. Whatever you wanna do, whatever you gotta do, just get with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I like that.
And that's really the whole like message, the whole vibe behind the tape is to like get with it.
Right.
Whatever you're doing, just get with it.
Word.
You feel me?
And my favorite track on the project Get With It is Thank You Lord.
It's Thank You Lord.
That track is amazing. Before you speak on the track, what's just like, I'm guessing you believe in God.
Yeah.
What's your spiritual journey been like to make a track so deep like that?
Man, just being in college, like, my cousin told me about it, like in college, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna have people trying to break down your religion, you know what I'm saying, steer you off track. And so that's really what it was like. But just seeing different things, man, and seeing how this country is, like I would say I believe in God, I just don't have a religion.
I respect
necessarily that. Like, cause I mean, I'm growing up, you know what I'm saying, I'm a Christian. I was raised in the church, everything like that. Like my church family, they love me, but when you really, even growing up, you question certain things.
Right.
And then you get into my age now, and you talk to other people who feel in the same way, and they know a little bit more about the subject than you. It's like, that's facts. Like, I definitely believe in God. Like, I definitely pray to God. I definitely believe in God. But like, the whole religion thing, like, doesn't make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you're going to have those people that's like, well, how you believe in God if you don't believe in religion, man? Like, just let me do me. That's how I feel about it. Like, I believe in God, be happy about that, because I couldn't believe in him at all. You feel me?
Period.
But yeah, I believe in God, I love God.
Okay, so
man, at that point, like last year before I went to London, man, like I said, like I was thankful that I was going to London. Like I was about to embark on a new journey. You feel me? The whole tape was finished. Like I already knew the track list. The whole tape was finished. I probably had like 4 of the songs, 5 of the songs recorded, so I just had to record everything else. But the whole songs, I had 11 songs finished. And so that Thank You Lord really came from like, just like, thank you Lord for letting me, like a prayer. You know what I'm saying? Before you go to bed, like, just thank you for letting me finish this tape. Like, I know like, I'm not really doing the best that I should be doing right now as far as like singing, all of that type of stuff. But I still love you and I'm still on this journey and like, I'm trying to do things right, you feel me?
Right.
So that's where that track came from.
Now my favorite track is The Block Is Hot.
Was that inspired by Lil Wayne?
Man.
Cause Lil Wayne first album was Block Is Hot.
The Block Is Hot.
But that's
low key like
a long time ago.
Low key like that beat was made by my boy Dante, OG Dynasty.
OG Dynasty, you already know.
It was, and he titled the beat "The Block Is Hot," but like you said with the Lil Wayne shit, I was like, this shit do make me feel like Lil Weezy, you know what I'm saying? Like Weezy had baby, so like let me come correct on it. You feel me?
It's like the vibe on the track is just so different, like, and the way you took it and then made it into this big work of art is just like crazy.
Yeah.
It's like nothing I ever heard before. Like the beat is just amazing.
Yeah, I fuck with that's definitely probably like one of my favorite tracks.
Yeah, me too.
I would say that, and I would say that, and Rendezvous. I would say Rendezvous.
Oh, okay.
That's a vibe. Let's shout out the features on the tape.
Yeah, my features. Oh, my boy Jordan, man. My boy Jordan.
Killed the real one. Thank you, Lord.
Thank you, Lord. Man, he seen me rapping on campus one day. It was just like, bro, like I fuck with. It was actually the greatest homecoming. That song. He saw me rapping that one day on campus, and he was like, hey, bro, I fuck with that.
Like take me to that vibe, because I remember I was 18 and my brother went to A&T, and so I was young. I used to want to rap too.
Right.
So
it's common though. It's just the culture, man.
Right. And so I remember I was at A&T. I was only like 16, 17 at the time, but I was at A&T for the weekend with my brother, and it was like a big ass cipher, and people started rapping, and I was like, I jumped in that shit, and I just felt so amazing. So, like when you say you was rapping, like what was the vibe? Like was it just like just rapping on campus, or
the vibe? Well, at this point, man, nah, it was an actual performance.
It was actually a performance. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Like,
it wasn't like no cipher on campus
or nothing.
Like
nah, like but that we do have those like on campus, but it was an actual performance. And I reached out to someone, I can't remember what performance it was, but I know it was in the gym, and I reached out to somebody, they said I could perform, and at this point, I was already pushing the song around campus, and so people were like kind of doing the hook and shit like that, and so when he heard me, he was like, yeah, bro, that shit fire, like, I just wanted to tell you it was fire, and like, I'm a singer, and it'd be cool to work with you, and so I listened to him, he sent me some videos, listened to what he could do, and I was like, okay, man, I got a song for you that we can do. You feel me like that?
Yeah.
So we can do that. And then that's how he got on Thank You, Lord. And then with Rendezvous with Afrique, man, I was just I was at Urban Outfitters. This is over when I was in London. I was at Urban Outfitters one day, and I went up to her, and I was like, you know what I'm saying? Like in my head, I'm like, but she cute. Like, you feel me? Like, I'm not trying to spit to her. Like, and so we did that. We were just talking, and then she was, you know what I'm saying, the whole American thing. Like, we from America. We talked for like 30 minutes in the store. Like, probably like 20 because she had to work and all that. I wasn't trying to get her in trouble. But yeah, she was telling me how she does everything. Like, sing. She was in school for fashion. She models. She got her own magazine that she's starting up. And I was like, damn, you really do it all. And we just connected like that. We went out a couple of times and just talked, like, because it was cool to have a friend, like, from a different country. She wasn't even from London. She from Africa. She from the Congo. And so I had a song she did with her homie. She played that to me. I was like, bro, her voice is, like, beautiful. And so that's how I got on the track. And she got on the track for me, man. And she always tell me, like, it's so funny because I laugh about it.
Did y'all record it together? Was y'all in the studio?
Yeah, we recorded it together, yeah.
Okay, cool.
It's like, she was like, man, before I left, she hit me up. She was like, I'm gonna miss you so much. And she was like, yes, go back to America, make me famous. I'm like, I got you. Like, definitely.
What was about for growing up in America? Most people don't even make it out of Fayetteville, let alone even go to Greensboro or Charlotte or something like that. But you was all the way in London. What was the vibe like over there?
Bro, it's amazing. Like, it's so diverse over there. It's so beautiful. It's basically like the USA, but it's a lot. I felt a lot safer over there. It's cooler, definitely.
What's the food like?
The food. So, with it being diverse, it was smooth. You gotta find the right places to go to really get this cultural food. But as far as like their regular food, bro, it's trash. It was not. It's not seasoned. It's healthier though. It's healthier though. Like my first week I went out there, bro. I got dehydrated because I was throwing salt on everything because it didn't have no taste. And so I had to really deal with that. But no taste, like it's healthier. They just fry no preservatives in their food and shit. So it lasts like 3-4 days, but they just get it and they cook that shit. You gotta throw your own seasoning or whatever on it. But the diet, they had these different markets you could go to and get different food like that, and that food was busted. I think one of the best things I had were some German pancakes.
Word. What was the party like?
Amazing.
Party
was shit was amazing, but like it's shit to do every night of the week, Sunday through Saturday. Like, man, we were out there with the kids. I was out there with a lot of white kids, so like, we were partying like 4 to 5 times a week, man. Like, it was beautiful, because the way it's set up, bro, like, it's study abroad. And it's study, but it's abroad. They want you to live and try and like live your life in a different country. So I had class from like 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. or like 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Go back, do my work. That'll probably, at the max, I think the most I spent on an assignment was like 2 hours. So at this point, if we leave in class, it's 7, 20-minute walk, it's 7:20. You know what I'm saying? You eat something, use the bathroom, whatever. Do all that. It's 8 o'clock. You do an assignment, 2 hours. It's 10 o'clock. That's still ugly as hell. You can go out. And you gotta do it again the next day. And your next class might not start the next day until 12 p.m.
Right.
So you ain't gotta wake up until.
Hey, Dante, get some pictures from this angle right here too. From like right here.
And so it was beautiful, man. Like I'm going back though.
Do you feel like your most streaming song is the Homecoming song?
I would have to think so.
It definitely is, because I've been pushing that for the longest since man, last year, since 2018. Like heavy 2018.
Why you didn't name it G-Ho?
Man, so this is a story. They know, but you don't know. This is a story because I was home. So the song was, like you said, you 18, you went out there. That was the vibe I had. After my first homecoming, I was like, bro, this shit is amazing. Like, and so I wrote this song, and I had like some I ain't gonna say dirty lyrics, but like they weren't family friendly. And that song was called G-Ho. But it was me and my cousin. Like my cousin was like, the school can get behind you on that song. It's an anthem. And I was like, that's a fact. So I went to talk to whoever I needed to talk to, and apparently somebody has G-Ho trademark.
They do got a trademark.
And the school is not affiliated with them.
With the people that trademark.
Trademarked it, yeah. So it's like, if you want us to get behind the song, you gotta change it. You gotta change it from G-Ho. And I was like, oh, because the hook was like, G-Ho, G, you ought to know. Not only the game, really more like a show. Girlies dropping it low and niggas picking it up. Plus everyone feeling good. We really having some fun. And it's like, with that, like my cousin was like, that's hot, but like, okay, if you want a school to get behind it, make it more family friendly.
Right.
That's when I changed up and threw some stuff in there about the fraternities. Threw some stuff in there about Ronald McNair, like the history lessons and stuff like that, because I thought about it, and it's like a young kid listening to this song, man, be like, damn, like I really want to go to A&T, you know what I'm saying? Like Mr. McNair, he was flying in you and I, he got to touch the sky. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just on like the Kanye song, Touch the Sky, like, he ain't really, like, I don't know if y'all know the story, but like they were taking off in the spaceship, whatever, they were taking off and like it blew up. So they didn't really get to touch the sky, but a young kid don't need to know that. They just know that he was about to touch the sky. He was gonna do it. Right. And if he can do it, that young black man, then you a young black man, you can do it. No matter your circumstances, you feel me? So that was cool. That's really why I wrote it for the kids. You know what I'm saying? I did it for the kids.
So who helped you on that song?
The Homecoming song? My cousin really helped me make it more family friendly. He told me just make it more family friendly and throw in some facts about the school, so that's what I did.
So what's the vibe like from the other students when they hear the Greatest Homecoming song?
Yeah.
Oh, they love it. Like, for real, they love it. Like,
it plays at the events and everything?
No, I'm working on that. Like, it plays something.
Gotta build up.
They gotta build up. People do play it though, but like, no, everybody loves it. Like, people will walk up to me on campus like, yo, you gotta do with the Homecoming song.
Word.
Yeah, it's like they fuck with the people, be up like, A-G, G-I to the E. I'm like, shit, like, that shit, but that shit feels amazing. You feel me? Like, it feels good. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, okay, like, and that was really more of a, when I finished recording the song, I was like, okay, bet. It was like a leeway to other songs, because it's like, okay, he got this one song and it's hot, but it's a school anthem. What else can he do? Right. And it's like, that's why I got the tape. You feel me? So that really helped me out, because people really do fuck with the Homecoming song. Like,
did you get some visuals from Homecoming this year to put towards the video?
Yeah, what, man? I did a video last year.
Oh, the video's already out?
Yeah, I did a video last year. Like, I wish I would have, I ain't gonna say wait, promotion. as far as the song, like last year.
Mm-hmm.
So like, you know what I'm saying? So it could have built up. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So, but y'all definitely.
You can always do a second video.
Nah, yeah, but that's the beauty behind that's the beauty behind the song. Like, just make it good quality, longevity music. Like,
That's true.
it's a homecoming song, bro. Like, so next homecoming, they gonna fuck with it. 2020, 2021, they gonna fuck with it.
Right.
As long as you're an Aggie and you can resonate with that song, you ain't even gotta be an Aggie and you can resonate with it. Like,
Yeah.
Okay,
2029.
got the video.
You feel me? Like, people can resonate with the song. You feel me? So, I may do that. I'll make sure that video.
Part two.
Nah, I didn't realize you shot the vid. I didn't know you was there. This shit hard. The video hard.
I wanted to capture that, you know what I'm saying, the feminine feeling. Like, even though it's fine girls, like, good looking dudes, good looking girls, everybody's trying to do what they do, it's still like family vibe, you feel me? Like, it's a cookout. It's just a big ass cookout, you feel me?
That's how I got from the vibe too. I got that.
It's a big ass cookout, like, literally, like, man, it's crazy. I was like,
Who shot the video?
I believe my head, Roy Tate. I don't know if you familiar with Roy Tate. That is my business. Like, he does everything. Let me photography for video.
So what's your OG's relationship? I heard him on the tape.
Yeah.
What's your relationship?
Man, so look, I'm gonna tell y'all the story. It's real quick. This how me and LG
No rush.
So, man, we were in class one day. It was 6th grade, and it was this girl. I'll never forget her name. Her name was Selena.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I was feeling her. You feel me? And it was like I was feeling her. And then one day, it was just like, her and Dante were going out. They were boyfriend and girlfriend. And Dante stepped to me on some real nigga shit like, hey bro, I didn't know you liked her like that. Like,
He didn't even know you.
he didn't even know me. He's like, I didn't even know you liked her like that. My bad. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was like,
Yeah.
nah, it's all cool, bro. And ever since that day, bro,
Yo,
cool.
man. Cool.
We've been cool. Like, cause how many people would have done that shit? You feel me? Cause it was kind of like everybody didn't know I liked her, but like, I tried to make it seem like that. You know what I'm saying? Of course you need to let the girl know that you feeling her. But I was like, okay, whenever I'm ready, I'm gonna make my move and shit like that. You feel me? But like, yeah, Dante, like everybody didn't know because Dante didn't know. And it was like, yeah, they started going out there. And Dante's like, damn, bro, my bad. I didn't know you liked her like that.
So did y'all bond over music later on, or was it?
Yeah, it was later on. We just bonded over like just 2 middle schoolers. Just trying to live life.
What does his production bring to your style?
His production brings to my style. Man, just hard work. Like, we really came up from the same area. Like, I feel like we wanted the same dude. Like, we relate to a lot of shit like that. Like, we just chill, we unproblematic. You feel me? And so, that's really it. But, like, at the same time, we ain't no bitch. And we going hard.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and we getting this money. Mm-hmm. And so, that's really, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got a voice for it. You got a production for it.
So what's your time limit on music? Like, if it don't work out, what's your time limit? So say if like you keep doing music, it's 5 years from now, and your shit still don't pop off.
I mean, only 2021.
Yeah, but like, I mean, you know, what's your time limit? Like some people say, if I don't make it by 2025, then I'm done.
Yeah, nah, it's not even really a time limit on it, man. Like for real, at this point it was, but when you really focus on yourself, like I was telling my girl this other day, like, this is what I want to do. Like, I really can't see myself doing anything else. And I got to try this. You feel me? Like, even if I fail, it's like, I'm going to be happy knowing that I tried it. And then down the line, I can get at the advice that the part that I screwed up on. Like, if I see somebody else in 5 years doing this, I'm going to be like, well, don't do that because that's what I did and I failed. But in that same breath, we not failing at all.
Yeah.
We're going to get to where we got to get to. You feel me? That's how I feel about it. And that's the motto that I'm going into, like 2020. Yeah, that's the motto.
So from this tape, what's the next move after this tape? Which is a really dope tape too, like a really dope mixtape, really dope project.
Man, the next move after this is really because it was like oh man, I was just telling my brother this too, like 2019 was a great year, like as far as me for my music, because I was really, from that point where I told y'all the story about the rap and the family reunion, that was like 2012, 2013-ish. And from that point until like 2018, I was really just focused on my craft and working on my craft. Like I had dropped a tape in 2018 and everybody was like, oh, you sound like J. Cole. Like, so I was like, okay, bet I still got work to do because I don't got my own sound yet. But 2019 was really with the GQ Fridays that allowed me to show people that I can rap, that I'm really good at this, and I can, like, this ain't just no shit that I woke up one day and was like, okay man, niggas getting all this bread off this money, off this rapping, like, let's do it. No, this is like years in the making type shit, and now people really seeing this. And then, so 2020 is just, 2019 was getting people at the school, like, people that I'm affiliated with to see this. Like, but 2020 is to get the whole world affiliated with this shit. You feel me? Like, we starting off with North Carolina, and we're gonna branch out, because that's why I really appreciate the baby. You feel me? Because he really gave niggas a blueprint to doing this shit.
It's what's crazy is from us all in this room, you know, being affiliated from North Carolina, we've seen two blueprints so far.
Yeah.
We've seen J. Cole do it this way, go to New York and then work his way up north and bring it back south. And then you watch this kid, the baby, in Charlotte, he figured it out, and their styles are totally different. Totally different. And then he figured a way on the street side, because with the J. Cole thing, it was like, okay, it was conscious, it was, you know, everybody could relate to it, but people always thought, like, could we at North Carolina, could we take like a gangster, like a hood gangster dude serious from North Carolina, and the baby has been able to show that lane. You can do that lane. So I think with them carving their own lanes, I think it's us as North Carolina musicians and rappers, y'all guys, you just gotta find out your lane.
Find out your lane,
Find your lane.
And it's like, that's definitely...
So that's J. Cole lane, like, that's J. Cole lane, that's the baby lane. Now you just gotta find your lane, your audience, and your core fan base, and then run that motherfucker right through the door.
Yeah, and that's really what we trying to do, man, because, like, it's a business at the end of the day, like, and it's definitely the rap game is the crack game, like, and it's definitely all it is, like, so like you said, you just gotta find on a business aspect, you gotta find your customers and how your product is going to help out these customers, what area of people, like, is gonna gravitate towards your product, you feel me? And so that's really what we're trying to do, man, and it's like 2020, man, I'm just trying to get everywhere, like, across North Carolina, like, just across the whole world, you feel me? And like you said, like, the whole J. Cole thing, like, that was, we don't know his whole journey, because, like, it was back in the day, like, I said a baby because I watched all his videos and, like, that he put on YouTube, and he really, like, showed you how he did this shit. And it's like, anybody can do what the baby doing. Cole was really putting in the work too, like, but...
Cole was the hand-to-hand era, like, Cole was the CD era,
like,
you know what I mean?
Shit's out, like, and it's like, we in 2019 going on 2020, but, like, they making certain cars without CD players anymore.
Yeah, not even, like, it's kind of, you know, it's good, it's good with the CDs when it's kind of like hand-to-hand, almost, because that aspect does still exist, but at the same time, people do look at CDs like, nigga, I ain't even got a CD player in my car. What do you want me to do with this? So I guess I'm just like, hey, here's my social media, click the link in my bio, get you right to my music, which is, you know.
So, but like, that's facts, and I kind of feel like I'm in the middle, because I'm on the Cole route, but I'm also, like, if I gotta take it, you know what I'm saying, taking it the baby route too, like, getting to, like, I'm just trying to get everyone to play my music, just working smarter, like, because like it's a blessing in disguise too, like really focus on my craft, because you see people doing things, and just because things don't look as if they're going up for people don't mean that's the case, but that really allowed me, working on my craft, it allowed me to see the mistakes that other people were making. And like, just as Jay-Z said, like, and that I've been listening to it since he put it back on Apple Music, Reasonable Doubt, bro, like, he said, what's the song we had with Memphis Bleak? Coming of Age.
Coming of Age.
You let your shit, like, you let your shit bubble, then that's how you blow. And that's what you work on your shit, you make sure you got the best product, and then you blow. And that's what we doing right now, you feel me? Like,
give that good product. With you being in Greensboro, and man, Greensboro is such a major market, man. That's such it's such a beautiful market. I think that would help J. Cole out a lot, just because he tapped into them college kids.
Yeah,
he really tapped into the college kids, and I think you can do that same route. And also, I say like 102 Jams, man. It's like to me, probably the dopest radio station in North Carolina. In my personal opinion, I lived in Greensboro, I lived in Raleigh, lived in the Ville. Have you approached like B-Dot and all them other cats like KB and all those other cats about your music?
Man, I approached Big Mo.
Big Mo, yeah.
I approached Big Mo like on some email shit like, this was when I had the G-Ho, when it was G-Ho. I sent it in like kind of late, like homecoming was passing, or about to pass. And he was like, you sent it in too late. I was like, bet. So this was last year, matter of fact, 2018. And then this year I sent that shit to him like 8 times. And I was all up on his Instagram page, but he didn't respond, so I'm like, okay, I gotta take a different approach. I applied for an internship there because that's my major, journalism. And my final semester, you gotta have an internship for one of your classes. So I applied there. I know a dude that works at the station, like, and I had an summer, but it's like, man, like one of my OGs at the station was trying to tell me like, you need to build a fan base, right? Like the radio should be the last of your concern, but I disagree with that. Like, of course you should build your fan base, but like, radio will help you build your fan base, especially with these older cats, like people that are like in their 30s and their 40s, like they turn on the radio, because you know what I'm saying, they got kids, they can't listen to the dirty stuff, but they turn on this radio and they hear somebody and it's like, oh, I like that, they're gonna call the station. Older people are gonna, you know what I'm saying, people in their 30s or 40s gonna call like,
that's what radio is adjusted to for people in that age demographic.
Exactly, and it's like, but like me, I'm looking at this shit bigger than just like you said, college kids. Like, I'm looking at this shit like, I want kids to listen, I want college kids, I want old people, young people, like, no matter the age range, I want people to be able to relate a song, a line, or something, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm not worried, like you said, like, I be at the open mics around colleges and everything, so I got the people that are my age to listen to me. Like, the homecoming song really helped with the kids, because it's older people that's 30 in their 30s that got kids that are like 6, 7, 8. So I got those two markets right there, because when they play the homecoming song, they around their kids when they play, because they went to A&T. So I got three like target groups right there, you feel me? So I'm just trying to get it to everybody, you feel me?
I agree with your radio situation. I do feel like everybody should push radio. I mean, even record labels push radio. And it's like, it doesn't just play on the radio either. It plays at Forever 21. It plays at H&M. And when you go in those stores and you keep hearing that song over and over again, you're like, what is that song? Like, I need to look up that song.
You're going to look it up.
Right,
you're going to
exactly.
sit there and hear the lyric, and you're going to look it up. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, don't get me wrong. Like, y'all playing my music in the car. I love that. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? So. It's streams, yeah. But like, I'm like you said, like somebody going to Forever 21, like 100 people walk in, 10 people might be like, damn, I really like this song. They gonna download it. Then they might go tell their other 10 friends. Then they might, like, you know, like it's the same with one person, but if you can get it to more people, it'll expand faster. You feel me? So that's what I'm trying to do. But y'all don't see me 2020, believe that.
Yeah. So before you perform, what do you prepare for?
How do I prepare? Oh man, I'm a workaholic. Like I'm a perfectionist. Like I go.
How do you learn your stage presence?
How do I learn my stage presence? Really just performing. Like you really have to perform a few, like 2-3 times. See how your body is. Get like That's the word I'm looking for. In shape. You really got to get in shape. You have to have stamina. Because I be seeing what other people do. Like I said, just watching, like, because they'll have a hype song. They first verse, they go crazy. They second verse, they can't even rap it because they had breath. You know what I'm saying? You definitely don't want that to happen to you because that makes shit weird for the fans and shit like that. Engaging with the audience. So just really performing like different open mics. We had an artist block in Greensboro. That really helps because it's such a small place, which is like, it's so small, and you performing in front of all these people, they feel like your family. Like, even though they're not, they feel like they're your family. And if you can perform in front of your family, you can perform in front of anybody.
Absolutely.
So that's really how I found my stage presence.
Do you get nervous?
Nah, I don't get nervous. I really don't. I don't get nervous anymore. Like, once I really, like, put my, like, committed, and I was like, oh, this is what I'm about to do. Like, I do not get nervous. I go out there, and I'm like, I gotta get people a hell of a show. Like, I have to be the greatest. You feel me? I just have to. And that comes with, like I said, just studying the game. That comes with everything. Like freestyling, like the songs, like videos, like your stage presence, how you carry yourself outside of the rap game and everything like that. Business transactions, everything. And I really have to be the greatest. Like, that's just me as a person. So when I go out there, I love it.
One of my last questions for you before I get you out of here. You being so young, how do your parents feel about you doing music?
My parents, oh man, my mom.
Do you feel like they're behind you?
Yeah, my mom and my dad, they behind me 100%. Like, they're behind me 100%. It was a little frustrating with the rest of my family because it's like, okay, you're really talented, you are, but everybody wants to be a rapper nowadays, and like, that's luck. You feel me? Like, you're not really, they ain't never say you're not gonna make it, but like, that's more so luck versus like the college plan, which is like almost quote unquote guaranteed. Like, okay, well, if you go to college and you do like a good major and you take the right necessary steps, you join internships, all of that shit, you gonna come out 9 times out of 10 with a guaranteed job. You feel me? But this music shit, like you said, we just talked about the Baby and Cole, and even everybody else, they had their own way of coming up. And so that's really the part that scares me because, you know what I'm saying, I'm their little cousin and shit like that. Like, they want to see me do great things, but I'm like, listen, y'all gotta trust that y'all raised me right. And that when I say I'm gonna make some shit happen, I'm gonna make some shit happen. And I'm gonna make this shit happen. You feel me? So, but yeah, my mom, my dad, I told them probably like a month ago, I was like, look, like, coming out of college, if I don't have no full-time job, I don't want y'all to be disappointed in me because I'm doing this music shit and I'm gonna do whatever it takes. And they're like, of course, we're behind you 100%. You feel me? And so that's why I love that. I love that.
Any more questions?
I don't have any more questions.
Well, man, I appreciate your story, your journey. I see nothing but with positive and great things for you.
Thank you,
going forward, man. Just stay with it, man. Stay persistent. Find your own lane.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, do all of that, man. Before I let you go, the young man Juice WRLD, was he any influence on you, or did you like his music, or?
Nah, man, I ain't even gonna hold you, man. Like, of course, he had this song that I still see the shadows in my room.
Yeah.
Like, when that was on the radio, like, I sang that. Like, it was catchy. I sang that, but nah, I never in my life, you know what I'm saying? Like, when he was around, like, yo, put that new Juice on. But like, I saw, like, beyond that, I saw the impact that he had on people. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I recognized that, and I recognized that. And so when that shit happened, I was like, damn, that's crazy. That's why I didn't make no Instagram post, like, posting on my story, because that'd be phony of me. I didn't fuck with him. I didn't have any of his music downloaded in my phone, but I saw that impact that he had on people. And like, bro, homie was too young, man.
Right.
He was too young, like, but we gotta stop this shit, man.
Gotta stop that shit. Absolutely. So who your top 5 favorite rappers?
My top 5 favorite. Alright.
In their favorite album, in your favorite album from them.
My favorite album.
From them, yeah.
Cole is number 1. And I would say Come Up. two Drake. Two is Drake, and my favorite album from him is, I would have to say, Comeback Season, man.
What?
All mixtapes. These are mixtapes. These ain't even albums.
Yeah, I was like, what? Okay.
Like
Comeback Season. That was like one of his mixtapes that kind of got him in there. Yeah.
and it's cut, like, I don't know, man. I just hear that, like, that hunger. You feel me? 3, Wale.
Wale's my favorite. Wale's my personal favorite artist.
But he like, I don't know what it is with Wale. Like, I just think it's a game because like, bro, he definitely.
He usually don't even get mentioned with those guys.
Bro,
like it's like
it's top tier if you think about it. Like we ain't gonna get into a day, but Wale is like everything, like all the way people like praise Drake, like oh Drake got the shit for the ladies, he got the shit for the niggas. Like Wale is the same way. He could like, you know how many girls be singing Wale songs? It's the same way. I just really think it's that. Me personally, I just believe it's the go-go music that everybody can't fuck with. Everybody can't fuck with go-go music. That's some DC shit, and he tried his best to really. That's his sound. That's his city. Like he did what any rapper supposed to do.
He wears emotions on his sleeve. Like you'll never hear Drake or Cole rant like he is, but
like he's ranting,
he's ranting like how y'all not fucking with me? Like
exactly, and it's like,
and then sometimes that shit turn people off.
And it's like I feel that, but now he really coming out of that,
letting the music speak for itself.
And so my favorite project from Wale would probably have to be Ambition.
Ambition, tough.
And it's his ambition, like all of these help me, like, cause I just feel like that, like. You know what I'm saying? Comeback Season, Drake had something to prove. Like, his first take, niggas were like, that's that nigga from Degrassi, he can't really rap. Like, he tried the whole tape, you feel me? And it's like, I'm still not sure. So he was like, bet. Cole, the same way, he dropped the warm-up, then he dropped the come-up, then the warm-up, and then it was like...
I think it was a warm-up, then the come-up.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, it was like, that's this quote-unquote, the shit that got him signed.
Yeah, it got him signed, yeah.
Like, Ambition by Wale, like, you know what I'm saying? His first one, he had hits. People really, that was like, Attention Deficit was really kind of like.
That went over niggas' head.
It went over niggas' head. And so he was like,
that shit flopped and everything.
Like, and it's like, it went over niggas' heads. And so it's like,
it didn't do the sales that he thought it was going to do.
Yes, and it should have, because, bro, yeah, Lady Gaga on there, like, Gucci, man, like, Melanie, Fiona,
J. Cole,
like, that shit was supposed to...
Pharrell beats.
So, well, you see what I'm saying? Like, that shit went over niggas' heads, so it's like, okay, bet. Y'all gon', like, it's, like you said, the music gonna speak for itself, but okay, bet. Y'all, I got what y'all niggas gonna listen for.
And his career was, after Attention Deficit flopped, it was a great album, but it just didn't do what it was supposed to do numbers-wise. He was down there in the graveyard, like Interscope was about to give him the boot.
I thought they did give him the boot.
They did give him the boot
because that's when he signed MMG.
Yeah, he did. He signed MMG. Did no hands and
yes, and went crazy.
Did crazy.
Hands, had Lotus Flower Bomb.
Yeah,
it's like okay, like
then that shit run back to life.
So you feel what I'm saying? Like, and then fourth, I would have to say, man. I would say Kendrick.
Okay.
I would say Kendrick. I really just got into Kendrick probably like earlier this year and really studying him because man, but I ain't gonna flex, but Kendrick was like too weird for me, man.
Me too. Man,
that's too weird.
We on the same stuff, bro, because like I rocked with Kendrick's first album, it was super dope.
Yes.
Good Kid, Mad City, but the Pimper Butterfly and everything after that was just like a little bit too weird for me.
I fuck with it. I just revisited it. Like, I fuck with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I fuck with it. And it's like when I was studying, like these past albums I told you about, I was not studying Kendrick. Like in high school, I was not studying Kendrick at all. And then, man, my last one is like, those are like my top 4. Who I like listen to like constantly, but my last one I just had to give it a Bow Wow because like I said earlier,
yes, he said Bow Wow, Sean Moss, like, and I respect it
because without Bow Wow, like we wouldn't even be here. He wouldn't like I wouldn't have had the passion.
Okay, favorite Bow Wow album?
Man, I can't even give you a favorite Bow Wow album. Like
you just rock with it.
I just rock with him. Like I just love all of them. He gave me that inspiration, man, to really just do me. Like, okay, man, Bow Wow, I can do this. I can do this. You feel me?
Looking at that TV, I think little young cat. I got a little brother younger than me. I remember he bought Bow Wow out, and he used to just play that shit just repeatedly, and he looked at Bow Wow like, damn, I want to be that cat that's on 106 in Park.
Yes, Mr. 106 in Park.
Right.
Not just Mr. That he went down in history as Mr. 106 in Park. This man get like, bro, he still get like 25 G's for a walkthrough. You feel me? like that may not seem like shit, but like it is, and he still get bread from Lil Bow Wow. You just don't know how you move so fast, like.
So why do you think people downplay him? Both of you. Why y'all think?
Because of the corny shit he was doing, man. Like, as far as like y'all seen that video, he was like, "Bro, what are these people? They don't even know it's me." Like, he didn't have to do that. And just different shit like that. There was something else he did that was kind of corny, man.
I mean, my opinion. First off, starting as a kid star. When you're a kid star, then you grow, and then eventually, because everybody got to grow. Everybody gets old.
Yeah.
So for being a kid star and having success, you like, okay, then you don't. And then it's hard for people to take you serious when you get up in age. You be like, oh shit, Lil Bow Wow cursing. Oh, Lil Bow Wow, Lil Bow Wow talking about smoking weed. Oh, Lil Bow Wow talking about having sex. But at the same time, people don't even realize Bow Wow 32 now.
32, yeah.
You feel me? I know
and
that's
like that's true, and I know that's like a lot of people, but like me personally, I ain't had that, like, cause like at the same time as that was happening, it was like, oh, this nigga's still hard. He's still giving you bars and shit like that, and it's just like, nigga grew up. You feel me? But yeah, that shit he was doing, cause nobody's gonna forget Bow Wow.
That's true.
We're not gonna forget this man, the impact he had on the game, cause Jermaine Dupri had it. You know what I'm saying? That was his lane, cause he tried it with Crisscross. You know what I'm saying? Crisscross ain't making that big, but bro, Bow Wow was just different. It was just different. And he had the swagger, everything to match it. Like, telling you, he had the girls. Like, I always been trying to get girls. Like, just he had the girls, the fame, and like all of that. And he's a legend, like you said, but it was more so like the kid star. And as a kid, you starting that early. It's only so many shit you can talk about. Like at that point,
right?
He wasn't hanging with Jay-Z. Right. As far as lyrical, you feel me? So
I mean, Jermaine wrote his rhymes all the way up to the. I mean, I don't even know what point that he started writing his own rhymes. You know what I mean?
But for a minute, yeah, Jermaine Dupri was writing his rhymes, and so it's like he always gonna be a legend to us. He always gonna have a special place in our hearts. But like, you're not gonna call Bow Wow up if you want to cipher.
Right.
Like, give me 10 of your, out of all-time rappers,
yeah.
Give me 10 artists you gonna come to have a cipher with for a chance to win $10 million. You feel me? You're not calling Bow Wow.
Right.
So that's where that kind of, I always love Bow Wow. I have respect for him. No disrespect, but like, that's just facts. This is just how it is. You gonna, like, in those, you gonna call people like Wale, Kendrick, you know what I'm saying? Cole, you gonna call people like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So those my top 5, man.
Yeah. Bess Conversations Podcast. We bring y'all nothing but great interviews. Thank you to my co-host Kiana. Thank you for this young man right here. GQ holding it down, man.
For the time of day.
Shout out to social media, and also shout out to all your folks back at the crib, back at
Shout out to everybody at A&T. Shout out to everybody at the 26 Grace Creek. Listen, y'all can follow me on IG at the GQ THEGCUE. The GQ. Y'all follow me, like, keep up with me. I got a new GQ Friday coming next week.
Okay, we'll look forward to that. And you follow me at Her Finest Gold on Instagram, and also my YouTube is Official Pair. That's PAIIR.
All right, and you know you follow me, Killer TV NC. So we gonna end this podcast on the story time with Killer TV, and so this time since he goes to A&T. He got the greatest homecoming song. I'm gonna think back to a time back in 2003 for my very first homecoming. So
2003, you were how old?
5. Sheesh. But anyway, so it's my first homecoming. My partner, we all, we don't know much about the city. We just, my brother was living here, but we didn't really know how to move around the city. We we didn't know like clubs cost so much.
Yes, especially on
homecoming.
Yes, sir.
So we get all G'd up like, yeah, we about to go kill them tonight. Like, yeah, we about to go do it. And then, so first when we get to the club, like the line is like ridiculous. Like it's like like a whole block. I'm like, what in the, and traffic is like stupid. Just even getting to the club was just like, like what in the world? Like what is this? Like, I mean, I know it's popping, but this is just insane. And then like, so we finally get to the door. We like, yeah, it's cold too. Like, damn, man, we better get in here. The bouncer said, $100. We like,
what the?
I was like, what? I was like, he was like, yeah, it's $100 to get in here tonight. I was like, you mean like $100? You mean like $100? He was like, yeah, it's $100 to get in here. I was like, man, you should have seen the look on me and my boy's face. We like 18, 19. We probably got, I don't even think we had $100 together at the time.
And Kiana.
All right. Peace, love, and blessings, and we'll check y'all out next time.